What's up? What's up? What's going on? Hey, make sure y'all sharing the video, man. Make sure y'all sharing the video, man, because YouTube is not sending out notifications. They doing it to several channels, man. Please send them out. Send them out. Share the video, and make sure y'all like it too, because they continuously messing with me. For real. What's up with it, Cypress Brown Sugar? I see y'all in here on the ones and twos, man. Yeah, we gonna cook, man. I know. First off, this is straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want to give a shout out to the entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing communities. Man, the boxing community been doing an excellent job, man, on coverage on everything. Shout out to my dogs, 78 Sports General. Shout out to Blue Blood, Blue Blood Boxing. Shout out to Monty Brown TV. Okay, shout out to him. They've been on this Devin Haney and Tank sparring match, man. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But right now, man, what's up with it, Ted? I see you in the building, man. I know we was having a discussion yesterday, and Cypress had brought up, the fact that, it wouldn't matter if Larry Hoover and Big Meech got out, and they wouldn't change anything and all this other stuff. Well, I disagree wholeheartedly with that. Okay. First off, okay, even though that Larry Hoover, because I want y'all to know that Larry Hoover had denounced being a well, I call it growth and development, but it a gangster disciple. He had already denounced that. He got the power to do that, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay, he got the power to do pretty much anything that he wants to. All right. And then also, you got to understand that he still has close ties to a lot of the people that might be high-ranking members, okay? And when he speaks, they're going to listen. All right, I'm not talking about Big Meech. I'll get to Big Meech in a second, because you're going to be quite surprised at what I got to say about Big Meech. All right, now, oh, here come the cap, huh? Well, you bring logic to the game. Let's put your feet to the fire. Okay? Now let me ask you this, man. I'm gonna ask you this right here. Have you had anyone that has been close to you that has lost their life that has been innocent? Because it plays a part in it. So everything that I'm saying right now is it's not cap at all. The only reason that you saying it's cap is because you want to sit up here and you don't want to end anything. You want the drama to keep going. You want the war to keep going and all that other stuff. Listen, man, we living in a whole day and time and stuff, and not realizing that when Larry Hoover gets out, or you know, if he was to ever get out, he would want, because when he at first came with the gangster disciple, it wasn't even meant to do that. Matter of fact, even the Crips wasn't meant to, you know, be. They were supposed to be protecting the neighborhood. Okay, if you really want to be honest, since you say I'm capping, you know what I'm saying? Since the nigga Cyphers think I'm always capping about something, just like you be capping about your San Antonio Spurs and shit. All right. It was supposed to be about protection. That's what it was meant for back before, you know, the 90s and even the 80s, before it got really bad. Okay? And he wanted to try to help the areas, because a lot of it, when we talk about the Crips and we talk about, you know, the Bloods and stuff, they wanted to do something similar to what the Black Panthers were doing. Okay, which was to actually help the Black Panthers. They saw the Black Panthers as a gang, but that's not what they wanted. We were trying to help our people with education. We were trying to feed people. We were trying to help the homeless. We were trying to give people food, shelter, jobs, things of that nature, and also, of course, protection. Because you got to think about it, man. They figured that we didn't know the law. So what do we end up doing? We ended up playing chess with them instead of checkers, and we started to know the law. And then when they started seeing that, then that's when they started to try to infiltrate. They tried to get people to pretty much turn against each other and do all that other stuff, and then they broke off in their own gang. They wanted to start their own stuff. At first it was, the Crips. They started just protecting the neighborhood and stuff like that. Then it started getting out of hand. It just started, getting out of hand, and then they brought the guns in. I mean, they brought the drugs in there. Then of course that's when the guns came, and then it just amplified. But a lot of the old school gangsters will tell you, because we just lost. They just lost Barefoot Pookie. Shout out to Kev Mack video too. I fucks with Kev Mack too. Barefoot Pookie would tell you it wasn't supposed to be like that. Craig Munson, a famous bodybuilder, he was an OG Crip. He was the original founder of the Crip. And they'll tell you it wasn't. They was all about throwing hands and stuff. Pretty much fighting and stuff. And protecting everybody. It wasn't supposed to be like, okay, yeah, killing each other and stuff like that, man. It wasn't supposed to be taken to that level. But to get back to what I was saying about Larry Hoover, this is why I feel like he can help, though. You don't know that. Are you his lawyer? You don't know if he getting out. You gotta stop. You gotta stop assuming. Okay, he ain't getting out. He getting out. Have a positive mindset. You don't know if he ever getting out or not. That's just like with Big Meech. I don't know if he getting out or not. You know what I'm saying? Are you do you have his affidavit? Okay, do you have his paperwork? Are you on his prosecution team? Are you amongst his team? No, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. What's up, Alex? Yeah, and we're gonna talk about Andrew Wiggins in a little bit too, Alex. What you mean common sense? Come on, man. He said common sense. Oh yeah, common sense. And then he get out. Then what you gonna say? Exactly. This man is what? Larry Hoover is now. I think he's 72. He's 72 years old. He's 72 years old. And I guarantee you this, right? Hey, you know what, Cypress? And we talking about that, right? I think Trump would have probably could have tried to get him out, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but I'm bullshitting, but nah, man. Like, you know, when there's a will, there's a way. Now I know what you're saying. Like in terms of the common sense thing, it's because of they feel like he's responsible for a lot of the stuff that, you know, that went on and stuff like that, you know. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that he wasn't responsible for. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, was happening outside of Chicago. He wasn't responsible for every single thing that was going on in every city in America. He wasn't responsible for St. Louis. He wasn't responsible for Dallas. He wasn't responsible for H-Town. He wasn't responsible for Memphis. He wasn't responsible for D.C. He wasn't responsible for New York, L.A., you know what I'm saying? Goddamn Phoenix, Miami. He wasn't responsible for them places. Shit, he wasn't responsible for what's going on, you know what I'm saying, overseas in Africa and all these third world countries, which they make us look like Muppet babies in comparison to what they do. They got 7 to 8 year olds carrying M16s and shit. Yeah, hey, you laugh, hey, but look what he did. Look what he did to Kodak Black. And listen, we could sit up here, man. Kodak is my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But Kodak fucking up. You laughing, but hey, he pardoned some people. Everybody, you laughing, but you, hey, Trump made it happen, and there was a lot of people that didn't like it. A political president, you know, Air Force. Okay, I give you that, Cypress. But look at it this way, right? And me and Memphis, man, we've been talking about situations like this, man. Memphis is about getting this community together. You know what I'm saying? And I always throw, like, okay, with Memphis, right? I'm talking about his city. When Memphis is city that's going on. Hey, Memphis, am I lying? I always be like, man, well, why don't we get Project Pat to, you know, go talk to everybody in Memphis? Or why don't we get Crunchy Black? Or why don't we get this person, get that person? And that nigga will shut it down. He'd be like, nah, it's not gonna happen. And I gotta, you know what I'm saying, agree with him, because he brought up a good point one time. He said when you got people that have bodies that drop on they watch and stuff, it's a hard thing to get over. But the way I see it though is you got a guy like Diddy, right? He got all this power, all this influence and shit like that. And not just Diddy, you got multiple motherfuckers in the game that can utilize going out to the community doing what they do. Like Russell Westbrook is, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Russell Westbrook. What he's doing is he's building low-income housing right now. Okay, you don't hear a lot of about a lot of rappers doing that. You might hear, the J. Cole's or Kendrick Lamar, the consciousness rappers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or a guy like Questlove doing shit like that, or Killer Mike. But you don't hear guys that are in the upper echelon trying to help out. And I like to think positive, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with our people is I'm like, if Larry Hoover and Big Meech were to come together, because those guys are now, they've always been mentors, but now even more so, they can be even better mentors because not only did they live that life, okay, they also they pretty much have been in the system. They've received, education, they've been able to learn and read and study a lot. Now they can use that power and their influence to actually be a solution rather than being a problem. And I feel like, if they were to come together, I'm not saying it would solve all the problems, Memphis, Ted, and Brown Sugar. I'm not saying that they would solve all the problems, but I feel like, they could benefit some. I feel like I'm on an island by myself. I feel like Kobe right now. Yeah, okay, all right, Chad is with me. I got one person with me, you know what I'm saying? We know Memphis ain't gonna agree with that, you know what I'm saying? That nigga like Hoes telling me to calm down, but I'm like, fuck that shit. Whoop that trick. Nah, but I just feel like, Larry Hoover and Meech would be able to come together and possibly have the youngsters look at a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not talking about the youngsters like, okay, when they get 16, 17, 18, man, some of these kids, man, these whole ass niggas, man, is getting a hold of these little boys, man, at like 7, 8 years old. And see, when you got kids and it changes your whole mindset. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you got a boy. It changes your whole mindset. You got to think about how you living. Do you want your son living like how you living? And if you're a mom, do you want your daughter living how you living? If you live in that way, you know what I'm saying? Right, even younger than that, Ted. Even younger than that. But people that, listen, man, people don't want to get together in the community. They don't want to talk about that because, believe it or not, man, there's some people amongst the community, in the community, that's doing this, stupid stuff. Like, the people that are in positions of power. But we wanna put a stop to that. But and look, man, I'm not in favor of us destroying each other, man. Because like with that Cam Newton situation, yeah, it was. I was clowning and stuff like that. How Cam was, he's 6'5", 6'6", 250, handling them guys and stuff like that. But it shouldn't have came to that, because not only is Cam looking like, well, shit, man, I shouldn't have even had that Cam. Even though the coaches spoke out and they gave they spill on everything, and they said that Cam kind of instigated some of the stuff or whatever. Like Brown Sugar, I think she said this: wrong is wrong. It shouldn't have came to that. It shouldn't have came to that. Yeah, he does, but it's Ted, it's an intelligent type of trash talking. It's not like he's kind of like Gilbert Arenas. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas, man. Like Gilbert Arenas talks shit like an intelligent type talk shit. Like how I would talk shit to, like, my guy Memphis or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, well, if you think that you can gamble better than me, then you must be out of your mind or whatever, or you must have fell off the turnip truck, because that shit's not happening. Or, just like an intelligent type of talking shit. It'd be like, well, like, who trained you? Because that person needs to be fired, whoever trained you. Or like when Nate Robinson got his ass whooped by I think it was Jake Paul or Logan Paul, whoever it was. They were like, whoever trained you must have been on drugs. It's that type of shit talking, but it's not the type of shit talking to where, you know what, hey man, I'm finna run up on you, you know what I'm saying? I'll beat your ass or something like that. It's not that type of talk. Because Cam has been into it before. He got into it with a teammate, and all he was doing was just grabbing him by his shoulder pads. That's all he was doing. And the other guy was all getting hype and all that other stuff. Cam was laughing the whole time. It's a psychological thing. And that's what he wants to teach these guys. Man, football and basketball, every sport that you play is 50%. Some people would say it's actually 80%. 80% mental, 20% physical. Some people say it's 50% mental, 50% physical. Right. Listen, man, if you can't handle somebody mentally going at you, what makes you think that you're gonna be able to make it? This is what you signed up for. Because the media is gonna talk trash about you. There's gonna be hecklers talking shit about you. Okay? There's gonna be people that show up at your game that you don't like. They're gonna try to expose you, talking shit about you. They're gonna be and don't get me on social media. They're gonna come with memes and all that other stuff. But you can't handle a simple guy saying that you're not good enough. Can you handle a Colin Cowherd who probably has, I don't know Colin Cowherd's sports background, but he's not no professional he's not no professional athlete or anything like that. But can you handle a Colin Cowherd pretty much telling you you suck and you need this game is not for you? because that's what they're gonna tell you. It's just like with Bronny James. Okay, I've actually taken it easy on Bronny for the simple fact of what he went through. You said Cam Newton the clown? Yeah, you got something personal against Cam Newton, man, because you don't never say nothing positive about that dude. Yeah, then I guess I'll be a clown too. You know why? Memphis, because I like helping out my community. I like giving others opportunity. So yeah, I'll be a clown too. I'll be Bozo all day, or Homie the Clown, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? You can even call me Joker. Shit. Man, that shit don't. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, man, Cam is better than a lot of those other guys. Hey, you can't name a lot of Caucasian guys that are doing what he's doing in terms of giving a camp and really giving it at a cheap price. Go look up at how much the Deion Sanders. Well, Deion Sanders had a camp too, though, and he's been doing it for a long time. And then he also had a school. Michael Irvin has a camp too, as well. Built something too. Yeah, Brian Windhorst. Exactly. That's a good one, Chad. You see, you got to be ready mentally for people to, imagine Stephen A. Smith, who didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? He ended up messing up his knee or whatever, didn't end up making it, and he talking trash about you every single day. That's why Kwame did what he did. Shout out to Kwame Brown. And that's why, like, I don't sit up there and I don't call people like, oh yeah, well, you didn't make it to the league, you a bust, or you a bum, and all this other stuff. I don't say none of that stuff to those guys, because it's not easy as you think. It's not easy to make it in the NFL, NBA, MLB, even in soccer. Yeah, he right, but you're okay. Listen, Brown Sugar. When you put his feet to the fire, he can't explain it. He always been, but why is he a clown? Explain it, man. Explain it. Explain yourself. You just saying he a clown. What did he do that made him be a clown? That's what I want to know. I've been saying Bryce James is better. Bryce James has the side. Now, Bronny is not a bum. He's just not ready for he's not ready for the NBA. He's not even ready for overseas right now. I know plenty of guys right now that are 6'6", 6'7", that have had NBA tryouts, man, and have made NBA rosters. Bronny's not ready. Can he get better? Yes, he can get better. And that's what I'm saying. If I'm Bronny, the whole talk and conversation around me is gonna be nothing but basketball, 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 basketball. I'm gonna eat it, sleep it, drink it. And if you don't want to play it, and if you don't want to do what your father is telling you to do, then go ahead and bust the move, man. Your father's a billionaire. You can do whatever the hell you want to. You can do your thing like Marcus Jordan. You calling these guys clowns, but okay, explain yourself. Explain yourself. I want to know why he's a clown. Because the last time I checked, last thing I checked, Deion Sanders was actually being a mentor in a lot of these guys' lives. Did you know that Deion Sanders, man, he helps a lot of guys through difficult situations, man. Something that a lot of the people that are of the other race are not going to do. So if Deion Sanders walked into your house right now, now I'm gonna put your feet to the fire right now. Nah, man, man. Hey, listen, bro. Come on, Memphis. Hey, he's not a clown. He's not a clown because, hey, if you said that, if you can't say that to him, can you say that to his face? See, you just saying retarded stuff, man. You're not saying nothing behind what you saying, man. You saying they clown, but you haven't given me a reason. Give me a reason. Give me a legitimate reason why Coach Prime is a clown. Why Cam Newton is a clown. Cause I haven't seen him saying this and saying that, right? Saying that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for the community, and then next thing you know, he turns around back door, and he's in a whole bunch of trouble, or he's getting arrested by the law, or he's armed women, or he's out there destroying the community. Okay, then we could talk about a clown. You don't see Deion Sanders doing none of that stuff. You don't see Deion Sanders out here in a whole bunch of scandals that's going on and stuff like that. You haven't heard his name attached to anything. So what's the reason why you calling him a clown? I'm waiting. And the homie Kwame, man, he did something that was very intelligent that a lot of people wouldn't have never thought of. And actually, you need to thank a nigga like Kwame. You know why? Because he's the one, he broke the internet, and now he had a lot of people. Listen, when Kwame had it settled down a lot now. But when Kwame had first busted on the scene, everybody wanted him on the platform. Everybody, people you ain't never heard before, they wanted him on the platform to tell his story, to tell his side of things. Now, there were a lot of people that felt that he was a bust and all this other stuff. Me, I was not one of them, because I know how hard if he's a bust, then I'm shit water, as the boy Nola would say. Because nigga, I only made it semi-pro. I think a couple of the homies only made it semi-pro. I think James had played in somewhat of the league that I played in. Yeah, um, hey, 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 Memphis, don't say that, because I fuck with Kwame Brown, on here, man. The LDBC fucks with him, man. All right. Right, but you still haven't given me a reason, though, Memphis. You dancing around the situation. I asked you several different questions, and you still haven't answered. Don't just say they, don't just say that they're clowns. You have to put some reasoning behind it. If that person is a clown, if that person is trash or something like that, I want to hear your legitimate reason. Other than that, you're just blowing out air, hot air. Did you do something on the court? How many sprints can you run? Can you even run up and down the court, nigga? Can you even jump? Can you jump over a cone? Can you even touch the net, yet alone the rim? Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't trash. He made it to the NBA. He made it to the NBA. Do you know how many people make it to the NBA? 0.00000001. That's. Do you know how difficult it is to make it to the NBA? Hey, Memphis, if it was that easy, nigga, you be in the league. You know, and then on top of that, let's talk about this. Don't call somebody. I'm talking about for everybody though. Don't call somebody trash or a clown or anything like that when they're trying to do something productive. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't trying to, if you're not trying to start a business, if you're not trying to, do something to set your family up for generational wealth, which is trying to go to the NBA or anything, you can't call that guy a clown or a bust or any of that stuff. You got to put some reasoning behind it, dog. So I guess Master P was a clown then, because he made it to the NBA. But guess what? He got millions of dollars, so I guess he'll continue to be a clown, huh? Come on, man. You got to come with it, man. You really got to come stronger. I'm waiting on you to tell me why is Coach Prime and Cam Newton clowns? Explain to me. I want to hear it. I already know I'm not going to hear that because what's he called? Kwame Brown, he played more than a decade in the league. You can't be a bust if you're doing that. The average career in the NBA is a little less than 3 years. So obviously a roster picked him up for a reason. Yeah, you like Master P, but that's not what I am talking about. We're not talking about the personality. See, we talking about what why is it that Coach Prime, okay, Coach Prime, we're not talking about Master P, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, one of the greatest to ever do it, all right? Why is he a clown? And also Cam Newton, who excelled and made it to the Super Bowl. It came up short and played for quite some time. Why are they clowns? You can't even answer, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna ask you one more time. If not, now I'm gonna go ahead and move on because I'm putting your feet to the fire, and now you dancing around it, man. Explain, man. I'm not gonna. Hey, look, I'm not gonna get mad at your answer. Come on. Because I'll say it again, and Ted know what I'm talking about. Brown Sugar know what I'm talking about. Memphis know what I'm talking about. He just capping right now. Look, if everybody could do it, if everybody could model, everybody would be a goddamn model. If everybody could cut hair, everybody be cutting hair. If everybody could cut lawn, everybody be cutting lawn. If everybody could hoop, everybody could hoop. And so on and so forth. If everybody could be a goddamn porn star, everybody would do it, to make millions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do everything. Look, man, come on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Anyways, man, let me stop, man. See, when you put the feet to the fire, they want to run. Oh my Lord. And look, and the thing about it, he said I was capping this morning about Larry Hoover and Big Meech. Okay, there we go. Now you mean, hey, what's up with it, Mike? I see you in the building, man. You've been here the whole time. Salute to you. I guess you've been in the bushes and shit. He just needs to stop the foolishness and be a great coach like Jimmy Johnson. I don't like media fool. What are you talking about? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. He didn't do any of the listen, he didn't ask everybody to show up at all them celebrities to show up at the game. They chose to come there in support of Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders has been a mentor in a lot of these guys' lives, and also he's done a lot. He helped Coach Snoop. He helped Snoop with his football thing. He done a lot behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even talk about. Also, R.I.P. Young Dolph. Man, you should be happy about that. Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Dolph was one of his biggest supporters. And Jimmy Johnson, I mean, listen, Jimmy Johnson had been coaching a lot longer. Jimmy Johnson had been coaching for over 15 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders hadn't really been coaching that long, man. I'm talking about at that level. You know what I'm saying? At the collegiate level. You know what I'm saying? You got it, man. You got it for real, man. He's not coming with no foolishness. Now, he's trying to build his staff right now. Warren Sapp, I think I'm not quite sure. Somebody could fact check me on there, but they were in the process of getting him on. At first, they weren't going to hire Warren Sapp onto the coaching staff, and I like that move because Warren Sapp could be a mentor, and he's no joke either. You know what I'm saying? Even though Warren Sapp he be buck dancing sometimes or whatever, but it don't take away from him being a champion. And also he's had a couple of issues regarding women and other stuff off the floor, off the field. North. All right, look, man. Now we got to talk about this play-in. I think he can. He's a champion. Listen, man. He's one of the best defense DTs and occasionally DN to do it. Yeah, man. There you go. Now. Okay, I thought Memphis would come back. I was looking for Memphis, man. I started getting worried, man. I was like my little homie back, bruh. Nah, y'all don't know. I fuck with Memphis, man. I fuck with Memphis heavy, man. Y'all go to his channel too, man. Like I said, man, we stir the pot, man. That's what we do. But nah, man, man, look, bro. That's a good question. Because they just got rid of one of their players on defense. Because he violated team rules. I forget his name. Y'all can fact check me on that. Colorado did. And they might want to pick up. Hey, listen, check this out. They might want to pick up that guy at the combine. Hey, Brown Sugar commented on it. I remember seeing her comment. He said that dude was moving. Hey, y'all, 366 pounds running a 2740. He's 6'5". Well, he's like 6'4" and a half, or 6'4" and a quarter, or something like that. 366 pounds. Nigga, the most I ever saw, I remember a dude I went to high school with, and he used to run track. He used to run everything. He weighed about I mean, he weighed about had to be like a good 298, 300 sometimes. They used to call him Train. I remember that, man. He ended up going to Iowa. Hey, this dude was big as fuck. I'm telling you, big as fuck, y'all. And you would think that motherfucker slow. He ran everything. Hey, he was hey, this nigga was running 100, Ted in Memphis and Brown Sugar and Mike. He was running 100. He ran the 200. That nigga was doing, I think he did the 400 too. He was doing running events that you would think skinny motherfuckers would be doing. And he was winning. He was winning. He went to state. He went to state in one of them. That nigga went to state. And if y'all don't know, Memphis knows, man. But Ted, I don't know where you at, what area of the United States you in, man. But Mike, I know where Brown Sugar representing that DMV and everything. In Texas, though, oh man, they take track and they take football real serious, and then basketball too, though. In different parts, depending on where you go, especially H-Town and D-Town. Ohio. Ohio. Oh yeah, you from the aviation state. The birth of aviation. Yeah, I know Ohio, man. I fuck with Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland, man. Shout out to Dayton. Man, shout out to the whole Columbus. Even though, man, shout out to Akron. James is from, you know what I'm saying? I had a chance to go to Akron one time. Shout out to them, man. Toledo, yeah, man. But, Ohio, man, I'm going to tell you something. Ohio racist than a motherfucker. I thought Texas was racist, right? Till I went to Ohio. Man, they racist than a motherfucker out that bitch. But anyways, okay, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think the NBA should get rid of the play-in? And the reason why I'm asking, y'all saw it last night. I don't know if y'all saw it. Charles Barkley he went on a rant. And there's some things I don't agree with Charles Barkley. But this one right here, I gotta agree with him 100%. I gotta salute the great Chuckster. And I know a lot of times he be buck dancing and shit. But he is absolutely right, man. Get rid of the damn play-in, man. That shit is pointless, man. That shit is pointless. Oh, you talking about the big dude, Brown shit? Yeah, hey, or Charles Barkley. The big dude, man. Hey, man, that dude was gone. That dude was gone. See, it don't matter. Listen, and that's what I was saying. It don't matter how big your ass is. You know what I'm saying? As long as you in good shape. Everybody worried about, having, 12 pack, you know what I'm saying? Everybody worried about having that chest. Everybody worried about having them shoulders. And for the women, they want that thin ass waist with the big booty, you know what I'm saying? Big ass titties, you know what I'm saying? Cute shape, thin waist and a big behind, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want and shit like that. But sometimes it's just not in your genetics. Yeah, a lot of them do. You know what I'm saying? Like, my cousins, I have a couple cousins that are real big, and they can move. They got real fast feet. Listen, if you have really quick feet, and you got really quick twitch muscles, get off the ball real quick and stuff like that. You just lightning quick. You don't have to be necessarily fast. Oh, nigga, they gonna keep your ass. But let me ask y'all though. I mean, do y'all want? I want to get rid of the play in. I don't want to play in, man. I think that Joe Dumars should get rid of the play in, and Adam Silver. I think that Joe Dumars should ask him to get rid of the play in. Look, you already got the 65 game rule, okay? All these guys are playing and everything, right? The way I see it, okay, go ahead and get rid of that play in because you, like I said, man, you got 82 games to get it right. And if you don't, man, that's just it. It should just be 1 through 8. That's it. What Barkley was saying. It gives other people a chance. That's like having a second and third chance. That's like the NBA NIT. I really think that they should go ahead and get rid of the play-in, man. Because yeah, you gotta, and then and get rid of the in-season tournament. Like what is the point of that? The game don't even count. I can see if I was in my Marv Albert, yes, and it counts. It don't count. The shit don't count. Like, what the fuck are we playing this shit for? If it benefited something, then do it. Get rid of that shit, man. Why you, like, what is the point of having an in-season tournament? And then, listen, and better yet, everybody going hard. He talk about, oh yeah, well, we need players to, be inspired and not to, be slacking in the middle of the season and stuff like that. Okay, then somebody end up getting hurt playing playoff style basketball in the mid-season. Then what you gonna say? That's what happened to Halliburton. He didn't get hurt in the tournament or whatever, but he got hurt shortly after. There's no reason. Facts, Ted, man. I think it's so stupid, man. And some people gonna get mad. I don't care, But why have an in-season tournament? There's no reason. Just so that you can have some more hardware. But some people, they blaming LeBron James on it. You know what I'm saying? They like, LeBron, once, his trophies and all this other stuff. But I'm hoping they get rid of it, man. I mean, I don't want it. I don't want that, and I don't want the play-in, man. I think those were some people like it. Some people actually like it. I'm like, if you're gonna do a tournament, then just go ahead and do a one and done tournament for the whole damn thing, and add more teams in there. You know what I'm saying? Add 10 teams if you're gonna do it like that. Yeah. No, we don't like to play in. Let me guess, you like it, Memphis. I imagine you would like it. I don't like it, man, because it doesn't. What is the point? What is the point of having it? Listen, that's the point of competing. That's the point of competing, nigga. If you're gonna do something like that, like for instance, like right now, there are 10 teams right now, 10 teams that are over 500. I could understand if they did a tournament, a full tournament and had it one and done for the whole entire thing. And that puts more pressure on the team. You might as well do it like that, but having a play-in tournament and an in-season tournament, that makes no sense to me. A shot, nigga, you had a shot in the beginning of the season. Nigga, you got a shot to get your shit together at the beginning of the season. That's what it's designed for. That's why we have 82 games. You got 82 games to go through the grind. You got practices. You got that. If you don't make it, you just don't make it. That's the part of competing. It's like nobody wants to compete no more. Now they starting to figure out, okay, the game needs to get a little bit more physical because we're running up the scores and all this other stuff. Thank God we got a guy like Wembanyama who actually is not afraid to challenge dunks and meet a motherfucker at the rim. Yeah, so I did. A lot of people didn't like the course. I like the course. You know, it kind of reminds you of like college and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Wemby gonna be great. You didn't think he was gonna be that great though, Memphis. I kept telling everybody 7-4 on him. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Hey, he got a record last night. But the only problem that I got with Wemby though is the fact they keep talking about all these records. A lot of these records that he's doing, Wilt Chamberlain did. So we gotta show respect to the great Wilt Norman Chamberlain when they always talk about these records, because if these stats had been counted, some of the stats had been counted back in the day, Wilt Chamberlain's records would have been off the chart. Not to say that they already are off the charts, because there's records that haven't been broken to this day. Yeah, I like his attitude too. I like his attitude too. I like what he brings to the game. And Memphis should be happy right now. I'm telling you, man, y'all got to steal, man. And I was wanting, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted the, I'm not a Spurs fan, but I wanted the Spurs, because I had a couple people doubting Wemby in the beginning. They were like, oh man, they don't see him as being a superstar and all this other stuff. I wanted him to make the playoffs just so that he could just shut him up, man. Remember that, Memphis? We had talked about that. OKC, I think last time I checked, they were number one. I think Minnesota. It's interchangeable. Every day it could be somebody new. In terms of who's at the top of the West. Yeah, y'all gonna go to the playoffs. You said need to sign some free agents or something. Yeah, Wemby is already on pace. He's averaging 3.3 blocks, dog. And the biggest thing, I think I told Memphis this too. I was telling him that the Spurs, although they're not winning, they're playing fast. I like what Pop is doing. He's trying to adapt. One thing that you can say about Pop, I give him credit, even though that sometimes he could be a little stubborn. Pop is trying to throw his old school mentality, like the cut and move and all that other stuff, but still letting these guys play at a fast pace, getting up and down and stuff. And that's what you gotta like. Cause y'all, everybody act like Wemby is one of them guys like, and this is no disrespect to the great George Marathon, God rest his soul and everything. They act like he's George Marathon pity patting up the court. No, Wemby is going up the court with his length and already up there passing up guards. And he's chasing people down on defense. He's getting back. He's sprinting on defense. Wemby, what made me notice about Wemby is how how much he's doing in defensive possessions and offensive possessions in a matter of minutes. That's when I knew, because let's say he's going down the court. He'll get a block. Then he's running back down. He'll come down, he'll get a dunk. Then they run back. Then, they'll run back again. He'll get like a rebound. Come back again, hit a three-pointer. Then come back again. You know what I'm saying? Back again, fast pace. Nigga, it hadn't even been like 2-3 minutes, and he already done put up a matter of like 6 to 8 points. That's the shit that he's doing. That's what Jordan was doing. Yeah, he's grabbing them out the air and stuff like that, man. It's just ridiculous. Dwight Howard used to do that shit. Yeah, like I tell Memphis, 7-4 on them. 7-4 on them. And then he got a shot, you know what I'm saying? Wemby got a nice jumper, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get better with time too. And they're trying to build that rivalry because a lot of people don't know that Chet Holmgren and him don't like each other, and I like that. I love the fact that these guys are rivals. It's like I can't stand you. These guys really don't like each other, and I love that. I like Chet Holmgren's attitude. Chet Holmgren a mean motherfucker, man. I don't know if y'all seen him play, man, but all this, I don't like all that niceness. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things KG, don't like. KG was all about, KG could be, a little over the top sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like what he said, the Mellow and that Honey Nut Cheerio comment and stuff like that. But hey, that's what you get. That's what you got back in the days. And people sometimes said stuff worse than that. You said Wemby blocks are impactful, exactly, and he keeps the ball in play. You said, what y'all think about the Bucks so far? The Bucks. This is the thing about the Bucks. They're starting to play championship basketball. Shout out to the brother 78 and 78 brought this up too because they Bucks fan. He was talking about the fact of how Lillard has been playing good these last couple of games, and I got to give them credit on that. They've been doing a lot better defensively, but they're still not top 5 in defense. So that's what you got to look at, Memphis. And on top of that, you got to think about it. Boston is in top defense, and so is teams like Minnesota. So you got to think about it. Can they compete with them? And their net rating isn't that high either. Yeah, I like the competitive spirit. Reggie Miller went praising today. Went soft praising today's. Well, you gotta think Reggie Miller. He sees shooting as a art. I think that's what he's talking about. You know, you got to realize Reggie Miller is smart too. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to. He got to play into the media what the media wants sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure he doesn't feel that way a lot, especially because he was on the Dan Patrick show, and he gave his feelings about how today's NBA players are. And one of the examples is when he was talking about Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball. They too get Bobby Porter involved defensively. Joe Dumars went soft over. What you mean he went soft? Joe Dumars stood on business. And they're playing better though, Memphis. They're playing better. I'm not seeing championship just yet, but they are playing better. Nah, Joe Dumars been standing on business. He's not trying to change anything or any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, like I told you, man, they're looking into making this a more physical league. Oh, okay. No, well, okay, see, I know what you're talking about. Joe Dumars, man, he played physical, but he wasn't over the top like like Rick Mahorn and Mick Filthy and Mick Nasty and none of that. Because Joe Dumars still played pretty good defense. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about hand checking is not over the top. You know what I'm saying? Being able to put your hand on that player and guide them where they need to go. That's not over the top. Over the top, Ted, is when Jordan is in the air and you're literally grabbing him out of the air, or when a guy like a Russell Westbrook is going up and you come and you try to undercut that motherfucker. That's dangerous, man. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, but no, I mean he's talking about, because you got to think about it. There were still good, solid defensive players like Alvin Robinson. He was a good, solid defender. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna go over the top. Now Dennis Rodman had got better over time. You know what I'm saying? He did some. I don't like what some of the things that Dennis Rodman did, but one of the reasons why I have Dennis Rodman starting as my power forward is because he could switch off from a guard to a center, and he moves his feet so extremely fast. He has the ability to play without his hands. That's what kills me today. They're talking about Dennis Rodman will foul out. He could adapt to today's game, because they don't realize how fast and how extremely quick and finesse Dennis Rodman was. I could use Dennis Rodman pretty much for anything. I know some people get tired of me talking about Dennis Rodman, but I have to use him in this instance because he was one of the guys that moves his feet really, really fast. If we want to, with Gary Payton, he moved his feet really fast. John Stockton, he moved his feet really fast, and he played the passing lane good. Exactly, he'd already be up the floor. Listen, my coach, if you weren't sprinting up the floor by the time that ball was rebounded or whatever, he was gonna get on your helmet. If you pity patting and shit like that, he gonna say, man, get the fuck out of the game. You have to be up there. He wants guards, centers, forward, big man. He don't give a fuck if you 6'9", damn near 300. He wants your ass sprinting like that's 366 guy, because you don't understand the utilization of the weapons that can happen when you have multiple guys flying up the floor. You got plenty options, especially when you got 3 guys back. Shit, and you got 4 guys running. You running out 3, 2 wide, 1 in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And another guy already up there, or whatever. Yeah, it was crazy, but everybody think, oh, he will foul out. He will foul out. Even Scottie Pippen, oh, he would foul out. No, they would adapt to today's game. They would know how to adapt. Akeem Olajuwon, he would adapt. David Robinson, he would adapt. I'm talking about on offense. What y'all think was going on with Andrew Wiggins, man? Yeah, he got some personal things going on again, man, and I hope it doesn't affect him. I hope it doesn't affect him in terms of him being MIA again, because you remember the last time he went through this situation, nobody had gotten in contact with him. And a lot of people are thinking it has to do with his girlfriend again. I think his girlfriend has been a distraction. Now, we don't know exactly what it is 100%, you know what I'm saying? They're just saying it's a personal matter. But the last time it had to do with his girlfriend. And, of course, she went on social media and she denied that anything was happening and stuff. Well, yeah, man, I mean, prayers up to him too, but, and look, I don't want to be harsh or nothing like that, but at the same token, man, look, man, you got to get all that handled, man. If you can't play, you know what I'm saying? If you're not, 100% locked in, I'd advise you to just get away from the game for a while, or cut off all the distractions in your life that you have, because a lot of these guys are so cutthroat, they'll use that against you. They'll use all of that against you. But yeah, guys, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll out. I want to thank y'all for pulling up, man, and showing support, showing love. I'm gonna pop out with a couple more videos, man. Like I said, go sub to the brother Cypress TV. And I'm also gonna, like I said, man, starting in another week or two, I'll be hopping on the StreamYard, and we'll be doing some more live streams, especially in the evening time. So make sure y'all like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you are notified. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.